Tomorrow, state lawmakers will be back to work in Columbia as they begin a new legislative session.
And one of their top priorities while they are there, as always, is figuring out what to do with the money, your taxpayer dollars and billions of dollars in the next state budget.
State House reporter Mary Green explains how the governor is urging lawmakers to allocate that taxpayer money.
On Monday, Governor Henry McMaster released his recommendations for state spending in the year ahead. Among the governor's requests for lawmakers is nearly $250 million focused on South Carolina's recovery from Hurricane Helene.
The damage from Hurricane Helene was devastating.
The governor wants to put a combined $240 million toward Helene recovery. That includes $150 million to create a new grant program to help local governments, public utilities, and nonprofits that were either denied assistance from FEMA or didn't qualify for it.
It is very likely that the state funds will be necessary to offset disaster recovery costs incurred that will not be eligible for one reason or another.
Under the governor's proposal, hundreds of millions of dollars would again go toward fixing infrastructure like roads and bridges. McMaster is also calling on lawmakers to accelerate an income tax cut schedule they passed a few years ago to drop the state's highest income tax rate from 6.2% down to 6%.
We should continue cutting or eliminating the personal income tax rate as much as we can and as fast as we can.
His executive budget would allocate money to raise pay for state law enforcement officers, put funding toward ensuring every school in the state has a school resource officer, and raise teachers' minimum pay up to $50,000. That's been the governor's goal for years, but this proposal would come a year ahead of the target date in 2026 that he had initially set to hit that benchmark.
But I emphasize again, we should not stop then.
And among the larger projects McMaster is asking lawmakers to fund is South Carolina's first neurological hospital in Columbia through the University of South Carolina. The governor is asking the General Assembly to put $100 million toward it. And again, these are recommendations for lawmakers who will begin taking up budget requests shortly after they gavel into session here on Tuesday. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.